Welcome. I'm Diana Sharp,
And I'm Dennis Ciancio.
and we're your quick and fearless tour guides for this fabulous website that you and your child's teacher can use to support your child's language and literacy skills as they become more fluent in English.
Before we dive in, there are two super important things you should know.
The first thing is that this website was created for teachers like your child's teacher. It's got activities for you and your child. That's what's going to be described here in these 9 activity boxes.
But it's also got lots of research-based tips and ideas for teachers about classroom activities and ways to connect what happens at school with what you and your child do together at home.
Yep, the teacher materials include this guide pictured here, teaching academic content and literacy to English learners in elementary and middle school. And then these 3 resources listed here under educator resources: the educator's guide, an introductory webinar, and the activities in action videos.
As a parent, you are of course welcome to look at these educator resources, but we'll spend most of our time today talking about the 9 activities written just for you, which you can see when I click this box come in 9 languages.
Yep, English, Arabic, 2 versions of Chinese, Dari, Haitian Creole, Somali, Spanish, Tagalog, and Vietnamese.
Each of these boxes is called a Family Caregiver Activity, or FCA for short. And before we open one up to show you, we want to encourage you to show this website to your child's teacher, if your child's teacher hasn't already shown it to you.
That's right. The best way to use these materials is to connect with your child's teacher about them. Your child's teacher can help coordinate when and how you use these activities so they will best match and support what's happening in your child's classroom.
You should absolutely feel comfortable about showing this website to either your child's teacher, or if your child has a family-school partnership professional, show it to them.
Schools really want parents like you to feel like partners in your child's education.
And as true partners, sometimes teachers will give you ideas, and sometimes you will give them ideas. Most teachers will really appreciate you sharing this with them if they haven't already discovered it.
Their jobs are so demanding that sometimes they don't have time to discover all the great resources out there. So that's where you can help. School leaders also really love it when teachers and families work together, and that's the ideal way to use these materials.
But don't worry if it's not possible to meet with or partner with your teacher or school right now, especially if they have other programs for family-school partnerships already going on. If you want to, you can absolutely use these resources on your own for now, and we'll show you how.
The second biggest thing you should know is that these 9 activities are valuable whether you do them with your child in English or in your home language, if it's one of the languages listed here.
That's because when your child connects language skills they practice at school in English to their home language, it helps their brain grow the skills for using both languages at a sophisticated level.
These games and activities are designed to be really fun and to encourage you and your child to talk together using more complex language and vocabulary than you might do in everyday talk with your child.
So by talking together in these fun but sophisticated games and activities, your child will be strengthening the skills for reading and talking and learning in any language, whether you do the activities in English or your home language.
So use your own judgment about which language will be the most enjoyable for the 2 of you to do these activities in. And if there's an activity you both really love, you may even want to do it in more than one language.
All right, I think we need to open up these activity boxes and see what's inside.
I agree. Where should we start?
Well, which is your favorite?
Well, it's hard to pick. These first 3 here are all about activities around conversations, either about a story you read together or an informational text, or something you two do together, with lots of ideas for good questions you can ask.
What about these three in the next row? Wordplay, guess my object, word detective. They look more like game activities.
Yeah, these are great too, but I think my favorites might be in this last row, making a meal together, interviewing a special person, and writing together. I'm going to open up this middle one.
Interviewing a special person. Nice choice.
So think of these as guide sheets that all use the same way to lay out all the information you need.
For each one, you'll see right here inside the yellow border the learning goal, the age range you can adapt it for. This one can be used with kindergarten through 5th grade.
And there's some information up here at the top you might like about why this activity is valuable.
And then down here are the step-by-step instructions of what you can do.
Your teacher might have ideas on a special topic for everyone in the class to use at home in their interview, like asking someone in your family about a place they would really like to visit.
There are also lots of ideas for topics and questions on the next page.
And then here are ideas for lots of fun ways your child can create something based on the interview, whether it's a drawing or writing an article or just telling someone else the best things that you learned from the interview.
As you can see, the activity guide is just 2 pages, so it's not overwhelming, but there's a lot of great information here to help you feel confident as you do this activity.
Now, you may be wondering, how do I see what this looks like in my home language?
Just choose the language here. Let's pick Spanish, and your computer will download all 9 activities in Spanish.
So then you go to your downloads folder, open it up.
Then open the new folder you just downloaded, and you'll see all 9 activities there. Pick the one you want and open it up.
Have fun looking through these 9 activities in your home language.
And before we end our tour, we just wanted to show you this part of the website down here with these 3 videos. These are videos made for teachers, so they can see how they can connect their classroom activities to home activities.
Now, if you're curious and want to learn more, feel free to watch these videos, especially the parts that show the families doing the activities.
In each video description over here, you'll see highlighted in blue the name of the activities that the families do in the video.
So if you go down here to video 3, you see from the description that this video shows an example of a family doing the interviewing a special person activity. Now, since we already talked about that activity, to give you some variety, let's look at a video from one of the other videos. It's one of my favorites. It's up here in video 1. This video includes a clip of a mother and daughter doing the activity for asking and answering questions about an informational text. And they're doing, in this case, they're asking and answering questions about something they've read together in Spanish about whales.
You can see here as we quickly scan through the video that there are some scenes of what your child might do in a classroom as they learn to ask and answer questions about something they read. You can choose to either watch those classroom scenes or just skip to the segment that shows the family.
Yep, so you can see as I scan past the end of the classroom video, the name of the segment changes to family video. So I'm just going to play here quickly one of my favorite parts where the mom asks the child if she has a blowhole like a whale does. She has such a great sense of humor about it.
Es tu orificio. Tú tienes un orificio nasal.
Sí, es
Tócatelo.
como a donde
¿Dónde está tu orificio nasal?
en la nariz.
Tenemos 2 hoyos. Igual que una ballena, tenemos orificio nasal. ¿Tú hablas por tu nariz?
No,
Imagínate si los tendríamos que comunicar por el orificio nasal. ¿Cómo me dirías hablar? Ay, si hablaras como una ballena sería por tu orificio nasal, sería bien interesante.
That's so great. It really shows how much fun you can have with these activities.
So be fearless. Talk to your child's teacher or family school partnership leader about these activities and resources. Like we said earlier, it's best if you and the teachers work together to get the most out of them, connecting what you do at home to what your teacher is doing with your child at school, so those school and home activities happen at the same time.
But also be fearless about trying these 9 activities yourself at any time, if that's the option that's best for you right now.
We hope this quick tour was helpful, and we know you'll love this resource. Thanks for watching.